Jeff Bezos had a principle that he lived by that is the reason why Amazon finally made it to the top. It's what kept them consistent. It's what kept them engaging in new ideas, exploring new frontiers, developing cloud-based software, and then a Kindle, and experimenting with shopping, grocery shopping, and kept getting shipping numbers down as well. It's what kept them alive during tough times such as the 2008 recession or even the dot-com bust, and it's what makes them still successful today even as Jeff has left the company. This principle involved a commitment to a single idea and to not wince at other ways of going about business. And it required an incredible discipline to accomplish. However, like I said earlier, it is one of the key reasons why Amazon eventually became so successful. And so what is that principle? Well, I'll let Jeff say it for you.
And that is why it is always day one.
It's the idea that every day should be treated like the first day. That every day that you continue on with a goal, a project, a company, you should treat it with as much vigor and as much attention to detail as you did on that very first day that you engaged.
Yes, that's right. This key to success that I'm talking about is simply the idea that you should treat every day like the first day. And it's something that's so simple yet so profound, often like a lot of these principles of success that we talk about. Now, why is Jeff so scared of a second day? I mean, of course there's going to be a second day. Well, what he's talking about is that a second day involves taking the accomplishments of the first day for granted and not working with the same level of diligence and attention to detail that you maybe would on the first day. It means not taking things as seriously and instead laxing up on these things that have brought you success on that first day. It means saying, that's okay, I don't need to do that today because I did that yesterday. And that's not good, and that's what eventually leads you on a downhill turn. You see, if we want goals and we set clear boundaries for them, we need to stick exactly to those boundaries. Because if we don't, we're going to end up on a second day, and a second day leads to decline. We set those boundaries for a reason, and we made them specific because in reality, that's exactly what we knew we needed to do in order to achieve success. We didn't need to do 80% less of that. That is 100% of what needed to happen in order to achieve 100% of your goal. And you can't really achieve 90% of your goal. It's either you achieve it or you don't. So it's incredibly important that you treat every day like the first day. That while you're a month and a half in to your goals, you don't start laxing up and treating every day like a second day. Even though you've had success, it doesn't mean that more success is to be found. A lot of racers and athletes often talk about how they don't think about the last race during the first race because they still have something to prove today in that race. And if they don't, well, they'll lose. So make sure that you're doing that throughout your day. You have to prove yourself every day because if you don't, you will decline. It's inevitable in a way. I hate to say it. You either go up or you go down. So just make sure that you're treating each day like your first day, and hopefully you'll have as much success as maybe Mr. Bezos does. And so it's important that if you find yourself on a second day where you do feel a decline, that you look back to the first day and you remember what made that first day so well and what led to that initial success, that initial jump up into the atmosphere. All right, if you're falling back down to earth, there's still ways to get back up into orbit. Okay, so just make oh god, so bad. And so if you're feeling like you're on a second day right now and you want to get back to a first day, one of the best things that you can do is look back to that first day and remember what made that day in particular so special to you. And if you can do that, you can identify how to get back to that first day. Sometimes we get lost and we don't really know how we ended up where we are, and we want to get back to that grind that we had. We need to remember the principles that we valued at our highest in our subconscious so that we can get there. And that doesn't really take that much time at all. It just takes a 10-minute reflection. And oftentimes, maybe if you're starting on your first day, that's why it's so important to write down what you're going to value so you can look back at it later and double back on it. So I hope you guys are having those first days, that you're treating every day with the same amount of importance, because each day is important, and you know, each day counts. Each minuscule thing adds up, and pretty soon you're experiencing exponential growth. And you know, I really hope that happens. So thank you guys for watching this video, and I hope you liked it. Cheers. Okay.